Hey Sabers! Welcome back! Episode 7. I think we're on now of the Survival Let's Play series. Hope you had a good week. And in case you're new around here, welcome to the channel. Super excited to have you along. If you'd like to become a part of our little community here, feel free to subscribe. And I upload every week, every Saturday, and you'll be notified about the upcoming week's uploads. So happy that you could make it here today. And welcome back to all the returning viewers, I guess. But again, we're back on the Let's Play world. Yes, it's getting night, so we're going to go to bed. But this is a project that I've been postponing for a little bit too long, and I want to just get out of the way today. And that has to do with this right here. Just junk and all these chests right here. I've pretty much officially outgrown my kind of sort of storage in my shack, so it's time to upgrade a little bit, and we're going to be doing that down here along with the villager trading hall. So we've got the trading hall over here. All the villagers are doing well. I patched up all the floor, added some texture into it with some logs and some barrels as well. Who knows, might use it for storage at some point. But over here is primarily where the storage unit is going to be. I'm just going to have walls of chests, essentially, where I can stick things and organize things a lot more, and maybe someday I will design a what would you call that, an automated sorting system, which would be pretty cool and very helpful. But yeah, that's kind of the idea for that. So I've got a couple resources. Hopefully it'll be enough, maybe not. I just know how things go with resources, and I'm not one to go beyond what I need, if that makes sense. I always seem to go under and not get enough. But I want to kind of stick with the same color palette, the same theme as the trading hall. I'll probably stick with that throughout most of it. Bit of a transparency here, I guess. I will come back to the boat at some point. For those of you who do remember that from a couple episodes ago. But part of me is thinking to just kind of shift the base for a little bit underneath to go underground with the villager trading hall and just kind of expand that way a little bit. I kind of want to do like a castle along the mountainside because I think it would be super cool. And then just maybe still put the boat in anyway. I don't know if I'm going to live there per se, but I do still think it would be super cool to look out and see like a couple boats in a dock. I want to change and convert this whole mountain face here into like this castle kingdom. So it's sort of just starting up here with the storage unit and all that. Eventually I'll move kind of my shack down in it. I'll move all my valuables and my bedroom, all those things like that. But for the moment, we need to cross the very important bridge of making the storage unit. And it's not going to be a terribly complicated design. I have a specific design that I like to work with storage units. And let's see here. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that I'm thinking about this, I might want to push this back one more. Yeah, I think that's actually better. A couple more, actually. Well, you know what? Here, I'll show you what I want to show you, and then show you kind of the general outline of it. Actually, let me check to see if I just have so many resources lying around now that I'm not sure whether I need to craft anymore or... Okay, so there's some stairs, but those are polished. I don't want polished. I just want regular. Okay, good. I do have a stack. Glad I checked, or else I would have been pretty disappointed. No, this is just cobbled. Dang it. Okay, I do have to craft some more, just because I want the tiled stuff, but oh well. Yeah, right there. Deep slate tile stairs. Okay, so it'll come across kind of like this. Again, I like using stairs. I just think it's a super easy and effective way to add some depth to it. It's not the only thing, and it's not necessarily even the best thing you can do to add depth, but it in combination with other things makes just your build pop a little bit more. So I like to count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the reasoning for that is just because later, if I do end up putting in an automation, or if I automate it, yeah, if I automate it, it'll make it much easier to have the items travel down, because they'll travel in water, and water flows up to 8 blocks. So it'll kind of essentially start from here, and it will travel all the way down to here, and then we can start it again from the next point and keep moving on. That's kind of the idea there. I don't think I even have any chests on me. Well, that's pretty important. I feel like I've just crafted a billion chests already. I'll just craft up a handful. And then essentially the chests are going to be, double chests. So just kind of ignore the sides for now, but they're just going to sit right here. So you can just kind of quickly and easily walk up to them and access them, and they're going to have a second layer up on top-ish. Excuse me, I have to sneeze. Yeah, I can feel it in my nose. Oh, excuse me. I'm very sorry. So let me look here. We don't need too many ways to start. So we'll start with that. And like I've mentioned before, I like working with slabs and things to kind of show, like to hang item frames on slabs. So I'm putting some slabs up above the chests, which still gives us access to the chests. If I can maybe place these in. It's being a pain. So then I'll put in item frames up above the chest what the specific items are, or what the kind of genre of items will be. Like all my plants go in this chest, all of my valuables and ores go in this chest, and then I'll close it off with some more stairs on the top. I might change this material just because it kind of is a lot of deep slate tiling. But for now, that's kind of the idea. And back behind these double chests, I'm going to have another row of chests as well, just to have some extra storage for things like stones and cobblestone. It can be nice to have two double chests for it, you know, one back in front of the other with some hoppers connecting it all. But yeah, that's kind of the general idea. So we'll kind of just replicate that throughout the room, and I might stretch it out a little bit more that way or that way if I need to. This is probably pretty good length, and I'll work on an entrance too as well while I'm here. But yeah, we'll go and jump into that. I just had a realization of something I totally forgot. This is something that I wanted to do with you all because I thought it was super exciting, but it's something I've kind of been prepping for, and it's actually this right here, this fancy sword. As far as I can tell, except for maybe fire aspect, it's just about perfect. Like, there's nothing other greater enchantments that we can have. Sharpness 5 is the max, looting 3 and breaking 3. Fire aspect can go up to 2, but I'm okay with fire aspect 1. Mending 1 and knockback 2. So other than the fire aspect, all of it is maxed out, and as was shown before, I do have some netherite that I stashed away, and I actually kept it in my ender chest here. Yeah, these 3 ingots, I'm up to 3. I went digging for it a little bit more as well. So I've got those 2 left there, but I wanted to craft this into a netherite sword. And I'm pretty close on doing it with my pickaxe as well. There's not too many more things that I want to do there, but that will be pretty exciting, and I'm pretty sure I do. There you are, smithing table right there. Okay, so we'll go throw this in. Ooh. Now I'm kind of torn if I want to get the fire aspect. I've already worked on this sword so much, the part of me just wants to do it. I'm gonna do it. Hey, there it is, netherite sword, the Saber. Actually, that's kind of the name, Sebrectus. I don't know how you say it in Latin. It's a combination of 2 words, meaning, well, one, saber, and then chosen, like elected. Saber. I don't know, it's kind of cool. I like Latin. I thought it was cool. I speak French, so I understand a lot of the Latin roots and things like that. So, but anyway, there you go. I had to take a quick pause because I remembered, oh my gosh, I wanted to upgrade my sword and make it super, super powerful. So I'm excited to swing this thing around and go chop up some zombies with it. But anyway, let's get back to the building. Okay, so I finished the first section. Didn't take me too long, luckily. But this is kind of what it's going to look like. So there's going to be, obviously, the 2, like, pillars, what is this, spruce? Spruce log pillars, the stairs going up on the bottom and the top, and then you can kind of walk up, just pick whatever you need. And if you need to, there's going to be another storage in the back. I can't open it yet, but yeah, it's kind of there if I need it. And then I can just, food will go in this chest right here, and then there you go. So that's kind of what's module number 1. Actually, there might be something that I'm missing. I put up here in the middle just to kind of add something more to it, but that'll be kind of the repeating pattern going throughout. Alrighty, take a look at this. It is operational. My storage room is all functional now. I can start sticking stuff in, and I probably will move a bunch of stuff over for the moment. And obviously it's not 100% finished, but it's to the point where I'm comfortable moving in, and obviously I just need to fix the floors and the ceilings with everything, including, well, the villager hall is okay. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to walk through a little bit of what I've got going on. So here you can see each of the different segments of 8 chests. Just kind of wraps itself around the room. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one in the back or not, or just kind of leave that as it is. I might not leave it as it is, but do something else with it, some sort of decoration, and that way I could potentially expand out a little bit further that way if I needed to, in case I run out of storage, which I doubt I will, but if I end up automating it might be a little bit more difficult. I just threw in a little trash can over here too, just kind of fun, somewhere I could throw away my stuff. And then right here on top of these like platforms in the center, I want to put some purple carpet. I think it looks super cool. And I also want some purple carpet down the center here because I also think it would look cool because, you know, it's purple. Why not, right? But yeah, that's kind of mostly the updates for it, I guess, the last little bits. I guess another quick thing is I made a netherite pickaxe, so that's cool too. But I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, let me explain this hole in the floor here. I actually want to put like the crafting room and furnace area, smelting room down there. I thought it would be cool if you kind of walk into the storage unit and then walk down into the crafting, brewing, smelting, cooking, all that sort of area. So you can just come up here, grab your items, whatever you need, then run it immediately downstairs, do whatever you need to do, and come back up here. So that's kind of the plan for now. I'm going to keep working on it, finish the floor, finish the ceiling, maybe work on down there a little bit more because I want to be done with this. I need to be done with this super, super, super bad, but I guess I'll go and move some of my stuff into these chests here too because I need to do that as well. Also, I figured I'd mention, I put a little chest out here up front. I think it's kind of cool. You can't open it, but just kind of tells me where I'm going. So yeah, there's that. I'll keep working on it, and I'll let you know about the progress. Okay, I finally decided on a style for the ceiling, design for the ceiling, and it's just kind of this little archway, this kind of arched pattern. I'm going to clear out this whole chunk of stone here in the middle, but it was helping me work up there, and it will, so I'll leave it for just a moment. But this is kind of what this is going to look like here. I'll move some of this cobblestone out of the way. This strip right here will just continue the way all the way down, and there will be some supports and things going across to various locations like at these logs here. Each of the logs will have one, but I'll show you that when I'm done. But it's kind of repeating this spruce stair, spruce log that's stripped, spruce slab, and then the barrels at the top. I just like the kind of black bands around the barrels. I think it adds some color and some texture to it, so it looks super good. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of fill that in all the way down to the end, and I think we could do a time lapse with that. I think that'd be kind of fun. So yeah, here we go. Here we are. Ceiling and floor is officially mostly complete. The ceiling is done, aside from just kind of the edges here on the sides and obviously this back wall and back over there, but I figured I'll do something with that. But there's also this middle section here. This is where the carpet's going to go, the purple carpet that I was telling you about before. But I sadly don't have any purple wool, which kind of leads me into the next project that we're going to work on today. But everything is essentially done here. I have been throwing some stuff into these chests, mostly just like resources that I had or had collected, like all the cobblestone that I've been mining or deep slate. So mostly just the stuff that I had in these chests here. Obviously, I haven't transferred all of it, but I started it, so steps in the right direction. I also want to find some dark oak because I wanted to throw in some like fences right here, dark oak gates, to kind of block this area off from the stairs. These are the stairs that will go down into like the crafting and smelting room. And I decided to do it with oak, kind of surround it with oak, along with the, what do you call these, braziers, just to kind of tie in the oak a little bit more, because I do really like the spruce deep slate, but sometimes it might just be a little too dark and ominous. Like I don't always want a super dark feel to it. Like I just like oak because it seems very warm and welcoming. So I wanted to kind of bring that in because that way it can kind of transition down. When we go down to the crafting smelting area, we can build that out of oak. So I decided to do this little area out of oak here to kind of fade into that. But I do also want to get some dark oak to kind of match the spruce logs here and put those as fence gates around this to create a little barrier so that I don't fall down or anything like that. But yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to build a sheep pen / farm, automated farm. Oh, it looks like it's not, so I'm going to go to sleep really quick. Okay, as I was saying, we're going to go get some sheep and build a little pen so we can start automating. I don't have my sword. Hang on. Okay, good. So we can start automating kind of the wool gathering, resource gathering, whatever. So I've got my sheep here. They were just chilling out in that little pit right there. I started breeding them. I know this was going to be a project that I was going to work on the entire series, but every time I went wool gathering, I just didn't gather the sheep. I just kind of left them wander around. It's kind of biting me in the butt now because I definitely need some wool, lots of wool for the carpets and those little details on the side, kind of around underneath the little storage segments. I have no idea if you know what I'm talking about. I'll show you later. But yeah, so now I get the thrill of working these guys up the mountain, which luckily isn't too bad, but might be a little more challenging than I would like. And this is baby sheep, man. He's going to town. He's eating all the grass. I have decided as well that I don't think I'm going to automate it quite yet, just because I can do it pretty easily with just like shears, like just harvest a whole bunch of wool and things. So we're just going to have essentially a collection of purple sheep so I can get a lot of purple wool and make carpets and things like that. So yeah, moving on. Look at how happy they all are, hanging out together as friends with my crowded cow pen. It's actually not that crowded, there's a lot of space, so maybe I'll just breed them up more. I'm sure there will come a time when I'll have to upgrade that. But now, let's color them purple. Look at how majestic that sunset is over the mountain. Oh, look, another sheep. This is the fun part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might as well color the little guys as well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Man, there are a lot of cows in here now. I have been breeding some. So, oh, I lost count. 12, 13? 13. Yeah, because I think I had 26. Well, there you go. There's my army of purple sheep that I can... I don't have any shears on me, do I? I'll have to grab some shears and then we'll cut their wool. Thanks, sheep, for your generous donations. I'll be sure to make sure that your name is mentioned in the credits of my build and base. So far, only got 17 pieces of wool, which isn't enough, but we'll keep letting them... Oh, look. Eat some grass. These guys were chomping like crazy on the way over when I was hauling, like, leading them here. They would just eat and run, eat and run. They were eating while they ran, which was pretty impressive. But, yeah, we're going to go stick all this purple wool in the carpet area downstairs. I do want to texture it up a little bit, so I kind of want to save. I'll probably craft up some more purple dye so that I can make some concrete and concrete powder just to texture it up a little bit instead of just having like a block of purple on the floor. I also need to texture up the flooring around, just throwing, like I did with the villagers, throwing some barrels and some spruce logs, things like that, just to kind of break it up a little more. But yeah, I spent some more time harvesting some wool, so I got quite a bit more, stack and 42 left, but I went and filled in this hole here. It's kind of a placeholder for the moment because I obviously still don't have the concrete in, which I do want to add, but it looks good so far. I'm not super sure about these little like patches of like planks where you can kind of see through, like the rug is more rugged. Oh, excuse me. So I might go back to just kind of the rectangular shape to make it look a little bit nicer, but I'm not sure. I kind of just need to decide what I want to do. And hopefully when I start texturing this part of the floor as well, the wood, it'll kind of balance itself out. That's the hope, at least. But yeah, I couldn't seem to find my sand. I remember saying a couple episodes ago that I found a chest full of sand, but I went looking for it and poof, like I couldn't even find it. I couldn't find where the glass was at either that I had used. I found some gravel that I had. I'm sure I have more than that. I hope I have more than that for the concrete. But I need to go track that down as well, and then we can throw some little bits of texturing like that in there. And then, oh, I almost forgot this part right here. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, that works out great. So let me just show you what I wanted to do with these here. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay. I just place little dash carpets on top like that. It makes it look kind of like a weird table. I'm not sure. I might throw on some dark oak trapdoors as well. Just add some more of the brown to the color at the bottom. So that's a possibility. I just need to go find dark oak first, which will probably be next on my docket. But for today, that's about all the time we have. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We made some good progress looking at the kind of what the storage room was before, or wasn't really. It was just a big room of stone, but now it's come together pretty well. I just need to move everything over and keep working on the item frames up here. I've got some leather from the cows that I bred up. Find the dark oak to finish this off. And then we can start working on the storage room and everything else like that in the episodes to come. It's Speaking of episodes to come, if you're not already a member of our community, click the subscribe button and you'll be notified of all my, episodes to come, all the ones coming out next week. I post every weekend on Saturdays, Saturday morning normally, so you'll be alerted about that, and you can come hang out with us and enjoy some Minecraft together. So we're looking forward to all the things I've got set up with that. But thank you again, all. Thank you, Sabers, for watching, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.